Oh, Pib just hits the spot.
Yeah, thanks for the sponsorship, Mr. Pib. Oh,
Pib Extra.
Sorry, Pib Extra.
Is this made in Texas too?
Doubt it.
Nah, I can't find it.
Is it Coca?
Atlanta.
Is it Coca-Cola?
Yeah, it's Coke.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper's the one that stands by itself.
Yeah, I've never had Pib from a fountain. They don't. It's not very.
You know, a lot of people drink Dr. Pepper warm.
What do you mean, like warm?
They heat it up.
Like coffee?
Yeah.
Never had it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I think it's weird.
My grandma used to make me. This would probably really gross you out, because I never did coffee or cider. Hot Jello.
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I mean,
It's hot water, and you put the powder in there, and
isn't that like warm Kool-Aid?
I guess it was good.
Like, oh yeah, it's probably like intense flavor.
It was pretty.
I think you have to heat the Jello
That's
up.
probably on the sugar now. I just need it.
You're addicted. You
Yeah.
start shaking. I'm pretty sure, like, to make Jello, you have to cook it like that to pour it into something, then to let it sit.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't healthy.
So
at all.
she was just like, no, I'm just saying, like,
we didn't let it sit. We just ate it, drank it.
it's great.
It's fantastic.
What's the best one? The red one?
I like the orange.
Oh yeah,
I love orange soda.
I'm a big fan of orange stuff too.
Mhm.
I guess
Orange.
nowadays, if they made it, if Kennedy gets rid of the dyes, it would just be clear.
That's okay.
I think so, right?
Keep the taste.
So when I was in Europe, I had some candy in Germany, like these chewy candies.
Uh-huh.
They were all white.
White or clear?
No, I mean it's because of the nature of it. It's like taffy almost.
Yeah.
So it was not clear, but it didn't have any dye. So you get like a cherry one, and it was white, and you get a
Wow.
orange one, it was white.
Yeah.
So
Well, like all the Fruit Loops. This is for all of our listeners. If you know your cereals, which we need to do cereals again and just taste test them. Every Fruit Loop tastes the same, right?
yeah, I believe that.
It is true. So
Yeah.
does Skittles and M&Ms.
Nah, Skittles is not
Reese's
true.
Pieces.
Skittles
they
is
all-
not true.
It's 100% true.
No, I eat them in an order. Colors.
It's a mental thing. They put a smell on it.
No, I'm telling you, the orange one tastes different than the red one.
We'll have to do a blind. We're
All
going
right,
to do blind test.
It's like do perfect. Blind test it.
Yeah.
All right.
One of those dudes can do like French fries. Have you seen that one?
It's ridiculous.
I think I could be pretty good at that one.
He does all of them.
I mean, like frozen. I mean, I could do that. I think I could do it. We need to
I
do
think,
it.
doesn't he say it's still cold when they
Yeah,
mix it?
ugh. Well,
Also,
that's just
doesn't he
how the
do
texture-
pizza? He does
That's-
pizza.
Another guy does pizza.
I thought it was the same Cody, tall guy.
No, Tyler does pizza.
Yeah, he annoys me.
He's the lead. He's
Cocky.
the lead.
Yeah.
He's the lead.
I like the Cody guy. He's fun, man.
Tall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall guy. Polar Holzer. Yeah.
Do perfect in overtime.
Thanks, Do Perfect, for sponsoring this one.
They're from Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good dudes. They're good.
Yeah,
Even
they
Tyler.
seem like they're
Even
good
Tyler's
people.
a good guy. Did you hear, like, when they first started that, like, Budweiser and all the beer companies came to him trying to get him to...
They said no.
They did. Isn't that
Good for
crazy?
them.
And he said
Yeah.
tons of money.
I'm probably about what I make every year as a teacher.
Almost.
Yeah.
Probably not. Not
It's-
quite.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Been close.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Did you see that the education guy was giving out huge bonuses this year
Which one?
in Oklahoma?
Nah, I don't. I gotta stay neutral on the old political stuff here right now.
Okay. Sorry.
With
sorry,
that.
Sorry. Just gonna get your hot sports opinions, but I won't
Huh?
put you in the corner there.
Oh, off mic. I'll give it to you.
Well, hey, so off the record.
Off the record.
Off the record. So springtime.
Springtime it is.
Few things come with the spring. Awesome things.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball opening day.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's all right.
You don't like it? I like it.
I don't know, not as much as I used to. I used to look forward, hey, if the Royals win, they're over 500 this season.
At first, they'll be in first place for
Yeah,
a second,
yeah,
tied for first
yeah.
place.
Actually,
that used to-
they're not bad. They made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they're good. They got
Yeah.
what's it? Witt Jr. Man,
Well,
he's
for
a
a few
stud.
years, until he goes to Boston or the Dodgers. Or
Yeah,
Yankees, somewhere.
Dodgers. They are ridiculous. Anyway, we're winding down NBA
Thank
towards the
goodness.
playoffs, which
Yeah.
I'm a fan of. We'll get into. And then, and the other thing that is awesome and super fun is the NCAA tourney.
Yep. Best 4 days in American sports.
It really is. It's great.
It is great.
It's great. You talking
It's
about
good
the first part of it?
stuff. Yeah, the first weekend.
Yeah, the first weekend is fabulous.
So many games. It's always on spring break, too.
You can just sit there, watch TV,
Yeah,
and enjoy it.
I do.
And what's cool
really
now
do.
with like the YouTube TV and you got the boxes and
I can't do. Yes, I do.
yeah.
I'm still old school. I remember like wheeling in like multiple TVs into a room.
Oh, you still do
putting
that?
on- No, I wish
Yeah.
I need to. I guess I
Just
could
get a bigger TV and then the boxes are bigger.
I got like a 60-inch.
Oh, I got a big one now.
My dad has like an 80 or 90 or
Yeah,
something. in his
75
basement. That's big.
Yeah,
Not bad.
it's pretty big.
In there? In your living
Yeah.
room?
Yeah.
That's new. I don't
Yeah.
get invited over enough to see it, but that's fine.
It's new. It is actually.
Watch the
It's
Cowboy.
super new, like a
Yeah.
week old.
Mhm.
Okay, so
All the money off the podcast, you're buying TV. Come
that's right.
on now.
thanks Waterloo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
all the money.
I'm paying to be here, by the way.
Yeah, I am paying. He's paying me. I'm the
Right.
talent.
Elon. Right here.
Doge. We'll call this.
God, we need to do a podcast on him.
Doge. Oh yeah, we could talk about Elon.
Oh, Kayla's putting in. So Sean Hannity, I guess, is giving away a Tesla.
Oh,
he's
she
a
wants
top
to
rated-
win it.
Oh, she's been putting her name in. I'm like, oh, you better win that. I'm going to cover that thing with Trump stickers and drive that thing around.
Yeah, after you charge it.
Well, I would drive a Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy one now just because what they're doing to them. Anyways,
I would too.
March
All right,
Madness.
March Madness. So we talked about our top 3 tournament moments because it's a big part of our. I mean, it was a big
Big.
part of my life.
Still a big part of my life.
I'd say it is waned over the years, but I think college basketball's changed quite a bit. But I still absolutely.
Yeah. Well, my boys are kind of starting to get into it, so they filled out
Yeah.
brackets this year.
My kids don't like it.
And I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
They're soccer. You got soccer.
They are soccer, but I will say, like, I still will stop down. Like, I watched that overtime game last night and had no care really.
I went to bed. I was texting my brother, and I don't remember what time it was. It was pushing 11 or something, wasn't
No,
it?
it's
It was
late,
late. It might have
dude.
been late.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, if Arkansas gets up by X amount of points or whatever, I'm going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So they get up by X amount of points, I go to bed. And then I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, I'm just going to check my phone. I'm like, what? Man, I have Texas Tech going in the Final Four, so
Yeah, they came. He's a good coach.
what do they do?
Yeah, I think guns up,
Yeah.
something like that. Wreck 'em.
Something, I don't know. I'm not.
That's what they say. They say wreck 'em. I don't
Hey,
understand
that's
that.
Big 12. I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I stayed and watch it. So yeah, I enjoy it. I still will stop down and watch the tournament. Don't watch college basketball as much, but
I don't overall. That's why I'm not
the
as good in
product is
bracket.
not as good as it used to be. But
No, that's one of my things too.
yeah. All right. So top 3 tournament moments
All
in
right.
our life. I did not do this in chronological order.
I'll go first on this one.
All right.
Because there were so many. So I was starting to look. I mean, I can think of, Rip Hamilton for Connecticut. I can think of Bryce Drew for,
Oh yeah.
what did he play for?
Valparaiso.
Valpo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his dad was a coach.
Yeah, and his brother coaches now Baylor.
Well, yeah, he coaches himself at like Grand Valley or something.
Oh, does he?
Or Grand
Okay.
Canyon or something. Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah. You got Christian Leitner. He didn't make your list, did he? Did he make your
Yep.
list? Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute then. There's so many. One like game buzzers, right? They can just go on and on and on and on. All right. So I wasn't even alive in this one, but when I see it, it's in black and white. It was 1982.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is Jordan making his shot as a freshman to beat Georgetown. Wasn't a buzzer beater. I think there was like 16 seconds left. They're running a 3-point line, so it's kind of fun just to watch it. There's like no 3-point line, but
The rim was like
no breakaway.
It was-
Yeah, you had to switch that thing, man.
it was like it was just like the
Yeah.
like the serve
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, you had to switch it.
that's good.
But he made that, and then kind of got famous. That's how he kind of got famous, and he's kind of known for that.
As a freshman,
He's a freshman. Back
Yeah.
then, freshmen didn't really do
beat Ewing.
well. Freshmen just kind of started playing around that time too.
I think he was
freshmen-
kind of like the dude.
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
So it was a big deal.
That
That's when-
team was stacked too.
Oh, it was James
Worthy,
Sam Perkins.
Kenny Smith.
No, Kenny Smith wasn't on there.
Not yet.
Nuh-uh. I think Kenny Smith is younger than Jordan.
What?
Kenny Smith wasn't on that team.
All right, Sam Perkins,
You can Google
Big
me.
Sam, Big
Well,
Sam,
James Worthy.
James Worthy,
I mean that right there, and Michael
Yeah.
Jordan.
and they had the big the other tall guy.
I don't know.
I can't think. Yeah. Anyway,
That's when we went from Mike Jordan to Michael Jordan. That's what he says.
no more Mikey.
Nope, just went from Michael Jordan.
Yep, he was good.
Kind of became a household name.
It's
then.
kind of funny because, like, I was thinking about this too. Like, you know, like, as you grow into basketball consciousness, you go back, and as the archives have become easier, let's say, but like
Yeah.
classic ESPN would have stuff like that. But like Phi Slamma Jamma
Oh,
or North
Houston.
Carolina State, right? NC State, and
See, like,
yeah, there's just so
Yeah.
much like.
there's too many almost to pick from.
It's awesome. Yeah, but I'm going
Yeah.
to say monumental for me, and especially because of the age of a couple. And so number 3 for me was Chris Webber's timeout.
Ooh, against North Carolina.
Dude.
Is this 1993, you said?
No, that one. Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah, yeah.
93. Sorry.
I'll
That
be
was-
your Google for the NCAA
It was
tournament over there.
1993. I actually wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah.
1993. And I remember because I was actually, because of Michael Jordan, a North Carolina fan.
Uh-huh.
And just because they had sweet colors. And
Yeah.
this is a point where I was asking my parents to buy me college team sports and the
Oh,
shorts. And they were like,
Huge deal.
no, those are too expensive.
I had, like,
yeah.
Maryland, North Carolina.
As I got into
I had them all.
like high school and stuff, I had Michigan,
And you wear 'em with your And One
UConn. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they didn't even fit up. But yeah,
No, they didn't match.
I had UConn. I had
Cincinnati had some cool ones. I had all.
Cincinnati
Of course,
had
I
cool
had
one, the
KU.
Bearcat on
I
there.
had KU
Yeah,
ones too. I'm a Jayhawker.
yeah, yeah,
That was cool.
Kenyon Martin
That
and
was
everything.
huge. I'd get in
yeah.
the East,
College,
East Bay magazine.
Look at the sweet
yeah, I'd be like,
shoes.
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and so college shorts. Anyway, Michigan had the baggy shorts
Mhm.
down to their mid.
Knee.
Yeah, well, it seemed like it was down to their mid
Yeah.
shin, but it wasn't. Fab Five, they were awesome. Just incredible team, and that timeout was awesome.
That's when he left. I think he was a sophomore. He was a sophomore.
And also was like a bit like, so for me as a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old actually, as that's playing out and they're saying that on air, like that's a technical foul. That's a technical foul. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, that was great, man.
Yeah.
That was great. I'll never
That-
forget that. So
Yeah.
That was
I
my
remember he
number one.
left school after that. Then
Number 3.
they were done.
yeah, they were done. Michigan was never like, I mean,
And now you look back on that Fab Five, I'm kind of like,
not so fab.
my dad was pretty spot on some of the he
Well-
didn't like him. He didn't like him.
Yeah, me neither. Well, and also like through the years, like the Kings and the Mavs had some nice playoff battles, and I just got to where I didn't like Chris Webber. So
Yeah.
he always like
He was good.
threw shade at Dirk.
He would. Yeah. He
So-
he has some good content on John Stockton though. But go ahead.
But who cares about John Stockton?
He beats him. He's like there's this little white guy who's going to pull up in a minivan, drop off his family, and then score 20 points on you and give 20 assists.
Yeah,
And John
that is
Stockton,
pretty funny.
Like John Stockton's Kirk Cousins.
And he's got his T-shirt tucked into his jeans,
Yeah.
his white shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but like he'll talk about like the best power forwards ever, and he puts himself on the list, but then like leaves Dirk off. It cracks me up.
He not as good
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Dirk.
Nah,
Anyways,
nah.
my next one, because I'm a KU fan. I love KU growing up, right?
Kansas?
Yeah, I'm from Kansas.
You're a Kansas basketball fan?
Not as much anymore.
Okay. They annoy
Um,
me.
Back, like I said, Roy Williams. I
Yeah.
loved him in the
Yeah.
early the 90s, basically, and then early 2000s. I mean, I can still remember them. They just seemed like they always would get beat, right? They would.
Never could get
Like
over the hump.
97, they were so good, and they ended up getting beat by Arizona in like the Elite Eight or
Yeah, Paul
something like
Pierce,
that.
man.
Hey,
Dude, well, do you mind if I interrupt you real fast?
no, go ahead.
The Mavericks drafted Dirk, and they could have drafted Paul Pierce.
Well, either one's.
And I got super mad. Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
nobody
I
knew
could-
who Dirk was.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Um,
Although I'm glad. I'd rather have Dirk.
I'm not a huge KU fan now. I mean, I still want them to kind of win. The last couple of years, I didn't because I didn't like some of the kids they picked up. But, anyways, so they won a national championship in 88, and then they didn't make the tournament
Manning?
in 89. Manning was there
Yeah.
in 88. Manning and the Miracles.
Miracles, that's it. I was trying to think what they called
They
them.
were on probation, I think, in 89. So since 1990 to current, they've made every NCAA tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a record. It's like 34 years or something like that. But they finally got over the hump in 2008 and won the whole thing. And they were like getting beat by Memphis, and Memphis was better.
Calipari, too, right?
Yeah, I don't like him either.
He's a goober, man. He
Yeah.
lets teams come back.
yeah,
He's a ding-dong.
Yeah,
I don't like him either.
but they had like Derrick Rose. And
Yeah.
Memphis kind of fell apart too. But Mario Chalmers made a 3 with like 2 seconds left to tie it.
I remember this.
And then KU ended up winning it, and I was kind of excited. You know, I was a KU fan growing up.
yeah, yeah. That's good.
But I just kind of remember that one's one that's kind of sticks out in my mind.
Yeah,
Like, they
for sure.
finally got over.
I remember that.
because
Yeah.
they were like Final Four and would lose, lose in the first
yeah,
round.
Yep, yep. They were the ones that got upset by the 16 seed, weren't they?
No,
first.
they've never got. That was Virginia.
Virginia. That's it. Gotcha.
Don't put that smoke on my Jayhawks. They've
Sorry,
never got
man.
beat by
I don't
that
like the
16 seed.
Jayhawks. I got reasons why. Number 2 for me, when Carmelo Anthony won
It's against KU.
the title. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me because he was a freshman. Now it was a big deal then, man. But college basketball was way different back then.
It was.
And that was in 2003.
2003. That
Yeah.
KU team should have won that.
Syracuse, man.
Golly, I hated Syracuse. I still don't like. 1-3-1 defense, Jim Boeheim.
Boeheim, yeah. I don't like him either. If you ever hear him interview, I promise you won't like him. He's so arrogant.
Well, that was back when the Big East was like Big East basketball, like legit basketball. It's kind of watered down now, but
Yeah, but it was like a big deal. He had the headband.
Golly.
He had the braids. Like
who was that little white
was so
point guard
good.
they had? McNamara, maybe.
I
I think he was a freshman too.
Yeah,
and then
I think
he ended up
McNamara,
playing like
yeah.
for 8 years. It seemed like
Yeah.
they had like another guy on there, War. I can't think of his name.
Ward.
War, was that what it was?
He also had a headband, a bald head.
I was mad then because that was Roy Williams, and then he ended up leaving to go to North Carolina. And KU made the Final Four, I believe, the year before. They were stacked. They had like Nick Collison,
Yeah, he played the Mavs.
LaFrenz or whatever his name was.
No, LaFrentz played for the Mavs. Yeah. Sorry. Rafe
yeah.
LaFrentz. Yeah.
And then you had Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah. Oh,
Now
gosh.
LaFrenz might have been earlier. He might have been on the 97 team.
Heinrich.
This was Heinrich and
Heinrich had a pretty decent NBA career, too.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
LaFrentz. Chalmers. No, not Chalmers. Not Chalmers.
You're mixing. Yeah,
I'm
Chalmers
mixing
is
them
later.
up.
It was Collison, Nick Collison, and Kirk Heinrich was a little white point guard, and they had some other players too, but they blew that game.
Yeah.
I knew it the night before because I believe KU played. Was it North Carolina in the Final Four?
You didn't sleep in your lucky underwear.
I didn't, but they were beating the brakes off somebody in the Final Four. Like it was a blowout. You have to look it up. And my dad was like, "Oh, they're using all of it tonight. They're not gonna have any for the championship." I'm like, "Okay, Dad, you're gonna
whatever you say,
Yeah.
Dad. All the juice.
I mean, they were just pounding. I think it was somebody good too.
hitting threes.
I mean, it was just
everything.
up and
Yeah.
down, and I'm like, "Oh, we got it this year."
Yeah.
Come out there 2 nights later, and Carmelo Anthony
Get beat by a freshman.
doing his little.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
annoying. I do remember that, though.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket.
That was a big deal. Yeah, big deal.
So, like I said, I didn't have all top 3 like you, but I have some other. I'll put my top 1. I just love the underdog.
Me
Like
too.
when
Always.
a lower
Always.
seed or it's a 5 versus 12 and 12 wins. And
Always. Yeah.
That's just amazing. And the crowd starts getting behind the lower
yeah.
seed. No matter, like, we're in New Mexico and
Nobody
it's-
cares.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but-
just starts cheering for them. And the announcers, they're just fantastic.
They are.
Some of the old guys have kind of not passed away, but moved on or retired.
Well, yeah.
But they're just iconic. Like, you can just turn it on and you can just.
Just sounds different.
It does sound different.
It's just different. Yeah.
Now they have like Grant Hill's like one of them.
He's not good.
He's not as good as these guys.
Jalen Rose is real bad.
No. Reggie Miller used to do some. I don't know where he's at.
He's NBA guy.
Is he in NBA?
Yeah.
Doing
he's pretty
Wendy's
good.
commercials.
Yeah.
He gets enthusiastic.
Rides mountain bikes.
Does he?
Yeah. You know how big his mountain bike probably is? Huge. Anyway.
Reggie Miller. I used to hate Reggie Miller. I kind of like him now after doing some research.
He seems
and
great. Like when
seems
he
he's just,
yeah. You had to hate him though if you're a Bulls fan. Yeah.
100%.
Unless he beat the Knicks, and then you're like,
Oh,
yes.
God. There's a 30 for 30 that everyone needs to watch
Oh,
on
it's
Reggie Miller
so
and the
great.
Knicks. Oh,
That's
it's amazing.
Great. He still just kind of rubs in there.
Even to this day.
Love it.
Oh,
man.
Like I said earlier, the first 2 rounds of this tournament are just like, to me, like the 4 best days in American sports. It's just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just game.
Yeah, it's literally.
However, with the NIL, it's changed completely. Now, we had the COVID guys that were there, they're 28 years old still playing.
Yeah, that kid for Arizona is like Love is his 5th year, and he's
That's
been on
just-
2 teams, like
that's
North
the
Carolina,
thing.
Arizona. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
different.
last year, this guard for Texas Tech played at Auburn. The year before, he played at Mississippi. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of taking away some of that.
Yep.
But there, like in 2023, you had like these Loyola Chicago or whatever, and San Diego State that had these older teams
Yep.
that were just winning.
Yep.
Well, now they can't afford the players, so
Yep.
they'll have a good player for a couple years, and then they just leave, and then they go to Arkansas, they'll go to KU, they'll go to wherever.
Yep.
So that's kind of ruined it. And I think over the next couple of years, the mid-major teams are going to kind of start dying off even more. And it's just going to be like this year, SEC was 6, Big 12, ACC. It's just going to be those blue blood schools, which is really sad to me. Because I love that, what is that little nun on Loyola, Chicago, or whatever that Marymount, whatever that school was. And she was, in the stands, 128 years old.
Yeah.
And just...
She might be there this year.
The Butler Bulldogs going back-to-back Final Fours or whatever they did.
Yeah, it was incredible.
You're not going to see that anymore because those players aren't going to stay. They'll just go to somewhere else. They'll get
Even
recruited.
like teams that are like, I'd say even like a Villanova, they've just gone.
That's true. They won a couple.
They were good, man. Well, they also had a great coach. That coach was awesome.
Yeah, but he got out because of NIL.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing this.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Roy Williams got out.
Yeah.
Coach K, that's kind of why he got out.
Although Duke wouldn't have any problem.
Yeah, but it's still
just different.
It's different when you.
Yeah,
He was on that sideline forever.
it's different. It's definitely different. Well, my number one is the Christian Laettner shot.
In the Philadelphia Spectrum.
Yeah, and I mean, I was 11 years old, and I did not like him. I remember thinking I don't like Duke, and I didn't like him. Not because he's a bad dude. I just didn't like Duke, And then that summer was where I got NBA. Like, I just got real into the NBA.
Did he get drafted by the Mavericks?
No, it was Dream
Hawks?
Team summer.
Oh, please. He should never been on
Not
that
because
team.
of him. I'm just saying I got real into basketball.
Yeah.
And then I found out he was like on the practice team, and it made me mad.
He had no bit. I'm sorry. I mean, he's better than I will ever be at basketball, and he has more accomplishments in basketball. But, like, he did not. He took the spot of, I don't know, Alonzo Mourning, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, it's just funny.
I mean, Shaq
anyway,
was the same age, but.
because he hit that shot. Anyway, I do remember
he
that,
went to
though.
4 Final Fours.
Oh, yeah. It was unbelievable.
He had a
Grant Hill.
fantastic career. Bobby Hurley. Oh, my goodness, Bobby Hurley. I used to want to just, smack him around a little bit.
Yeah, he was annoying.
He was always well, his brother does that at UConn now,
Yeah, he's
too.
annoying. Yeah.
They win, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are my top 3. But, yeah, man, I love it. I think it's fun. I think, like you said, you go back and you can see stuff in history that was even maybe greater than what we get to watch. But I was trying to think of the year that Arizona won
97.
it. That
Mike Bibby.
Bibby and the other dude. Simons. That, like, he looked
97,
like,
they beat KU.
yeah, he looked like he had no business being on the court, but he
Yeah.
seemed like just a scrappy player. Like, I was just trying to think of moments like that where you're underdog.
Steph Curry and Davidson made it.
Yeah, Steph Curry and Davidson, Ja Morant, the last few years,
played for Cleveland,
Murray State.
Murray
State.
State. Uh-huh.
Just
Just great stuff.
yeah, it is fun, and it's
I remember when Gonzaga, like 25 years ago, like, Gonzaga, what are they? Who's this?
yeah,
And they made a run.
Dude,
well,
now
now
they're
like
a-
every
they're a
yeah.
powerhouse. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, even UConn back in the 90s, like, who's UConn?
yeah.
They didn't really-
Khalil Elamine,
I
little
remember
chubby
those-
guy.
Yeah, he looked like me out there.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
Mhm.
Khalil Elamine. Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
him.
Who else was on that team?
I think Hamilton was on that team.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good team.
They
That's a
were
good
good.
team.
They had a good
Didn't they go back to
program.
back?
No.
They make the Final Four back to back?
Maybe Final Four, but they
Yeah.
didn't win back to back. I don't think Connecticut's ever won back to back.
I thought they just won the last 2.
Running Rebel. Oh, this recently, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see Bobby the Hurley guy is.
yeah.
UNLV. We didn't even talk about them.
Oh yeah, with
Bobby Knight, Indiana.
Larry
yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this one moment too. I was going to throw out there, and it
Mhm.
was like I think it was a Sweet 16 game, but
Okay.
Texas Tech, Darvin Ham broke a backboard. Do you remember that? He shattered it
Mm-mm.
in the tournament.
In a game?
Yeah, in the game.
How do I not remember this?
And it was on. It might have been against North Carolina, and they might have ended up losing.
Hmm.
But it was on Sports Illustrated. I guess I remember the
remember
cover. I'll never forget
I
that.
remember that.
But that was pretty awesome. And it was like, I'm in Texas, so Texas Tech.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was kind
I
of cool.
remember Big Country from
For Oklahoma State?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
broke one in practice or something. Brian.
Yeah, he
what is his
shattered
name?
that
Reeves?
sucker. Anyway, good
That's
stuff.
Great memories.
Great memories. It's
Oh.
a good time.
You gonna sing the song real quick before we leave?
One. No, I'm
All
not.
right. I'll leave that for your.
I actually was going to try to somehow tie this to a biblical principle,
Good for you.
but I cannot. I can't.
You can't?
I felt like it was not. As you can tie things like calming storms and things
Oh,
like that.
please.
But no, you're great. I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But like
Yeah.
tournament, the only thing I can think of is like teamwork and working together. And so here's what I'll leave you with: if you have a common vision
Mm-hmm.
and purpose, a group of people can accomplish things, right?
That's good. That's
But
good.
you've got to put things aside, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I guess my challenge would be is to think about that in your church community. And then so like, is there any other purpose that is greater with a vision that is greater than what God has called us to do as Christians?
That's good.
And so like just making disciples and glorifying him. And if we have that as our vision, then, everything else should be a lot easier, which we don't often because we're people. But I do think if anything shows you is what a collected group of people, if they have a common focus, vision, purpose, what they can do.
That's good.
So, that's it.
You did very good.
Thank you. But no, I'm not. No verses. No verses.
No verses. All right.
No verses.
Go look up
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah.
One shiny moment.
Here, I'll play it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you should.
There's probably some
Ball
copyright.
is tipped.
It's like copyright. They're gonna call and ask for money. I don't know. It's probably a true thing.
NCAA, we're looking for sponsors.
Yeah. Luther
We'll take that
Vandross.
NIL money.
Yeah. All right. See you later, man.
man.
Adios.